Morning, everyone. Good evening. I hope you're doing well. I'm trying a lot of new things today, so I'm hoping to get some feedback. Hi, Shine. Hi, Pranam Pepe. Good evening. Hope everything is going well. Monday. We're at Monday again. So I'm trying something new, both on Facebook and on YouTube, no longer on Instagram. And I hope that you'll give me some feedback. How's my voice sounding? Is it clear today? Trying something new. Also, same thing, is the music loud enough or do you need it a little bit more? Let me know, all right? Morning, Shelley. How's things in New Jersey? Hope you're well. So, in the meantime, besides feedback about my voice and the music, because I'm trying new things, I would love to know today, what is something that you never thought you could do that you surprised yourself doing? Something that baffled you as you did it and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that, or I tried that, or I had the courage to go ahead. Tell me what you feel. I'll make the music a little bit louder. I do sound different. I'm sure I sound a little bit different because I am trying something new. And by shine, by different, do you mean not clear or do you mean it's okay? So, meantime, question for today is, what's something that you did that you never thought you could do, but you did somehow? I'd love to know. Then I'll give you one of my examples. So I was always ashamed to admit this, but while I knew how to roller skate, I never learned how to ride a bicycle in my childhood. I could never, somehow it just didn't happen, probably where we were living with my family, it just wasn't a thing that happened. And I remember feeling so afraid to go for a picnic or, any sort of event where bicycles would be around because I was so frightened of admitting that I didn't know how to ride bicycles. And I even tried once with, a friend of mine, and it was just terrible. I ended up crying, and, within half an hour, it was just like, I'm never going to be able to do this. And then something amazing happened. I was reading this book, and it talked about this concept that actually in your life, you already know everything there is to know. And your life is not about learning anything new. It's actually about remembering. And you just have to connect the dots. And I found that to be such an interesting mental pivot for myself. And I started applying it to many things. And then I decided, okay, what if I applied this to bicycle riding? And I did get a teacher. It's not that I just, hopped on a bike and told myself, okay, I know how to do this. And it just happened. Though I'm sure there are ways that that's possible, or, examples where that's possible. For me, though, I got an amazing teacher. She runs a bicycle riding school in Somerville, Massachusetts. And she said, let's give it a shot. Are you scared? And I said, you know what? I'm not scared because what I believe is that I already know how to do this. And so I'm just going to remember. And I kid you not, she has, of course, a great method of learning. She took off the pedals. She took both the pedals off. And she said, let's just, get our balance. And I thought to myself, you know what? I can walk. I can roller skate. I've been able to balance myself in a bus without holding a railing. So I know how to balance. I just have to remember how to do that on a bicycle. And literally, within about 30 seconds, I had my balance. And, that's the primary thing about learning how to ride a bike. And so Once I unlocked my potential, my own potential, by reminding myself that it wasn't something really, really hard to learn, but rather something that I already knew and I was already comfortable with, that I just had to remember, it just became so easy. And so I want to know from you, are there things in your life that you thought impossible or you never even imagined being able to do, and somehow you did it? I'm seeing already some replies. Armin has the same teacher. Right. I'm so glad. Yes. She's incredible. And if anyone is in Boston and wants to learn, let me know. I will DM you her information. Maybe I'll even post it here. Palak never thought she could draw or paint or sketch well. And Palak, you're an amazing artist. Sharara Khan says, I have extreme height phobia, but to get over it, I actually jumped from a cliff and did the zip line just to get over my fear of heights. Trust me, I'm someone whose legs shake, even standing on a 1-foot high stool, but that zip lining was an experience I will always cherish. I felt like a winner. Yes, yay! I'm so happy to hear about that, Sharara. And that brings me to my primary message of today. That besides unlocking your own potential, by realizing that life is not about learning, but more so about remembering, courage is not the lack of fear, it is acting in spite of it. That's something that Mark Twain said. Courage is not the lack of fear, it is acting in spite of it. And I think that Sharara's comment just now about her phobia of heights and the fact that she just jumped off the cliff and did the zip lining experience and, felt like a winner and just went for it. That is courage. That is how we should just be approaching everything in our lives. And the second part of that courage message is that courage is continually learning how to accept yourself at your best and your worst while offering others the same courtesy. I'm going to say that 2 more times. Courage is continually learning how to accept yourself at your best and your worst while offering others the same courtesy. I'm saying it again. Courage is not the lack of fear, it is acting in spite of it. And it is continually learning how to accept yourself at your best and your worst while offering others the same courtesy. So, let's do some breathing. And let's breathe in for 4 and exhale for 4. And as we continue to do our breathing in and breathing out, let's ask ourselves, what is it that we need to have the courage to do? And what if we approached it realizing that we already know how to do it, that we're already masters of it? We just have to remember. It's not about learning something totally new. We just have to remember. What can we do courageously in spite of our fear? Is it having a difficult conversation with a family member? Is it having a tough conversation in your relationship with a friend, with your spouse, with your boss, with your employees? Is it speaking up? Is it having the courage to stand, even though you're afraid of backlash? Is it courage to put your work out there, your art, your creations? What is it? And what can you do despite or in spite of the fear? One last time, inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4. So I love to hear more stories and see what you've done in your life that is really courageous. Love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget to give me some feedback and let me know if this new version of the sound thing worked. Srini says that there was some distortions. I'll work on it. I'll listen to the recording and see. All right, beautifuls. Mwah! Have a beautiful day. And remember, Facebook and YouTube, not Instagram. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Love you. Bye.